Hi, everyone, and welcome to the DU Weekly Check-In. Joining me is the head women's volleyball coach, Coach Jesse Mahoney. And, Coach, your squad held a 10-4 record in Summit League play. What aspects got you to this point?
Well, we kind of persevered throughout the whole year. I think we started off with some injuries early and had to adjust and played well for a while. And then we had some injuries in our midseason. Dropped a few matches, but then adjusted and played well towards the end. I think we had great contributions offensively from our freshman outside hitters, Nola and Moni. Colleen King, when she was healthy, I think was the best player in our conference offensively. Bria Muley and Sarah Schmid did a great job as well. So we had a lot of weapons and a lot of options this year, and we had a great regular season.
Yeah, you had 4 seniors honored last Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about, in your second year, talk about the growth and leadership that they, bestow on those younger players.
Sure. When I got to the University of Denver, one of the things that was good about our program was just the kids in it and their level of commitment to the program and to being better. And Colleen, Bria, Cassie, and Kate are great examples of that. I think they, very early on in their junior years, had a vision of what they wanted their last 2 years to be like, and worked hard to make it so. And I think, they've put themselves in a position to be. We've had a successful season this year and put themselves in a position to be successful in the conference tournament and hopefully a step beyond that.
And you mentioned that conference tournament. You grabbed the number 2 seed overall. Mm-hmm. You'll await the winner of Western Illinois and South Dakota. The series sets, you swept Western Illinois, and then you split with South Dakota. More
Mm-hmm.
recently, you swept them. What can you give us some insight about those 2 teams, and do you have a preference on opponent?
Preferences, you never want to say that. I think that we've had success against both. South Dakota, swept us at their place. We swept them here on a neutral floor. I think it would be a really interesting match. South Dakota just lost at Western Illinois, so you never know what could happen. So we'll see. I mean, we're going to prepare for both opponents, and we're going to go into the weekend, trying to play our best volleyball, and we'll play whoever's on the other side of the net. We've seen everybody in this league several times. We've got hours and hours of film, so nothing will be a surprise. It'll just be who's going to go out and execute.
And tournament host and number 1 seed IUPUI will await the winner of North Dakota State and Fort Wayne. Mm-hmm. What's the dynamic of the IUPUI Jaguars, and what makes them the number 1 seed?
I think they're similar to us. They're very balanced. They've got 2 very good 6 rotation outside hitters. They've got a very nice opposite right side attacker. Their setter spreads the ball around. There's nobody on that team that you can key on. I think most teams in our league, you look at them and say, okay, we have to beat player X or we have to beat player Y to have success against this team. You don't go into a match against IUPUI and say, hey, this is who we have to stop, because they've got other players that can step up. I think it's similar to us. I think teams look at us and say, okay, we're going to stop Bria. Well, if that happens, Moni's going to have a great match. Oh, we're going to stop Moni. Well, if that happens, Sarah's going to have a great match. So I think they're the most balanced team in our conference, and they're well coached, and they're a veteran squad, and I'm not surprised they got the number 1 seed. I'm looking forward to an opportunity to play them again if we can get that far.
Thank you, Coach, and we'll see you next time on the DU Weekly Check-In.